everyone, I'm Ashok. Welcome to part 2 of the tutorial on end-to-end machine learning project deployment using FLASK and AWS, Amazon Web Services. In part 1, we have done the data cleaning, modeling, and we have hosted a local server. We created an API, application program interface, hosted in the local server, also tested with the HTML file. In this series, we shall do the same thing on Amazon Web Services. So the steps I have written down for guidelines. We'll spin off the Amazon EC2 server, configure EC2 server, group, security group and private key. I will not be going very extensive in it. There are many videos available to spin off AWS server. Install the corresponding libraries and dependencies. Move the trained model we have created yesterday, along with the app.va file to the EC2 instance, EC2 server. In web server, because I would like to be in production, we use WSGI server. We shall create that FLASK WSGI file and also configure Apache host file, virtual host file. It's actually vhost file. We restart the server Apache, and the API should be working from a web server, which will be a public IP, so we can access that from anywhere. We also plan to launch a website with a simple one-page HTML you have created, and from that we'll request this API and have an end-to-end application being running, and anyone can use it. So let's get started. So if you don't have Amazon account, so I request you to go to aws.amazon.com and you can create a new account. For me, it directly goes into, I'm signed in, so it goes into that. So creating an Amazon account requires a valid debit or credit card, and it won't, you don't incur anything if you're following this tutorial, because we are going to use all free tier servers. Even if you're running this server for the entire month, for 1 year, you don't incur any bill. And AWS is very safe. It will not be charging you without your permission. So please, you can feel comfortable to register register your card with Amazon Web Services and create an account. Once the account is created, you go to Services and select EC2. Okay, and in the EC2, you can just come down and say launch instance. Launch instance. It brings to an instance. There are many Amazon machine images, AMIs are available. For this demo, I will be taking Ubuntu. You can take other flavors as well, CentOS flavor. In fact, Amazon base flavor is CentOS, but you can take Ubuntu, and I'm going to stick to 1604. And you can see this free tier eligible. Please make sure you only click that, because this is the free tier. If you click something else, you will incur a charge. Even if you try to take a smaller one, T2 Nano, you still incur charge. The T2 Micro is a free one, and you can see the agreement. It's a baseline CPU performance with the ability to burst above the baseline. So if you have extra requests coming in, it has the ability to actually expand. And it's actually free for free tier. So it's actually free for 750 hours a month, which means most of the time, if you run the service for the entire month, let me guess, let me do that, like 24 into 30, how much it comes? So if you run the service for entire month, still it will be not charging anything, given that your month is 31 days, it's covering the entire month. Great. I'm going to select it. Make sure that you click the free tier, review and launch. And most of those are defaults. You go to security groups, and because it's a demo, I'm going to open up the entire traffic. But usually you'll open up HTTP with 80 port, and if you want to give any SSS access so that you would like to log in and what, only those things will be operated. But right now it's a demo. I'm opening up the entire traffic, showing a warning saying that this instance is open to world because you can access through any protocol, any port. So that's fine because it's a demo. Okay, and creating a private key. So you need to create a private key so that only you can log into the server using SSH protocol. So I have a private key, but I'm going to just create it for now. AWS key. I just say AWS key. I download that. We get aws-key.pem. Launch the instance. It takes less than 10 seconds to actually run this. We refresh, refresh. Okay. Yeah, running less than 10 seconds. Okay, so if you come down, you can see that there is a endpoint from Amazon. There's also an IP4 public IP, and you can simply copy this for now. But just be cautious that if you stop and start the server, this public IP4 public IP will change. If you take endpoint, that won't change for this instance. If you don't want to change it and you want a kind of like a static one, we can create an elastic IP. That's another service in Amazon. That's also free until it is attached to a running instance. So when you're running an instance, you can attach an elastic IP. Okay, but for now, I'm going to just take IPv4 public IP and go to my terminal. I'll make a terminal a little bigger for you. I think that's visible. Okay, that's good. So it should be visible. All right. So the downloaded key is actually in downloads. Let me check. Downloads AWS key. Yes, I can see that. So that's in my downloads. So if I want to connect to the key, I need to say SSH minus I and the key, which is downloads and AWS key. And this is Ubuntu, so the username is Ubuntu, the default username. If it is Amazon machine image, you say EC2-user, but Ubuntu is good enough. And then IP number. That's it. So you just click enter. It says unprotected private key. Let me just. So I need to change the private key with the mode of 400. So it's not accessed by anyone. Only I can read and execute. Downloads AWS key. Okay. Then login. Okay. So we have logged into Amazon server. You can see the prompt. Ubuntu and it has an Amazon internal IP. So you are currently working on Amazon instance. Okay, I made a very quick notes so that I won't, get a lot of errors while doing it, because typically when you basically get a lot of errors. So I just made a quick notes. What are the things to be done? First, let's check if you have a Python 3 version. So Python 3 is installed. It comes up with Ubuntu. It's 3.5.2. 3 point anything is fine for us. And then let's do a sudo apt-get. Apt-get is a service because it's Ubuntu Debian flavor. So update. So it updates all of the existing packages. Okay, great. So its update is done. And then we need to get pip. So pip is very important. All of your packages are installed with pip. I don't think pip is actually installed. No, there is no pip installed. So let me say get pip. So there is a service called get pip, and this has a Python file, and you can just copy this URL and say curl and so pip. So let me make a notes parallelly when I'm doing this so that I can share it back to you. So this is actually curl minus o, this entire URL. Okay, so it's already updated. So I'm going to install FLASK, FLASK core, plus FLASK cores is for cross-domain authentication, sklearn, Apache Web Server, and then Apache mod for WSGI. So I'll start with sudo pip install FLASK. Okay. Oh, I did not install the pip. I just downloaded it. Want to install the pip, then you have to say python sudo python 3 get -pip .py. So that downloads our pip Python installer. It's installed. Let me check if pip is working. Excellent, it's working. Then you say sudo pip and install FLASK web server, which is what we're going to use for our deployment. It's done. It's successfully installed. Clear. Then I say sudo pip install FLASK course, which for cross-domain authentication. That's also done. And then you say sudo pip install Apache 2. That's a web server. Oh, sorry, that has to be installed with apt-get. Apt-get is a Python like Ubuntu installer. Install Apache 2. It says yes. It's quite fast because all of these are executed from Amazon server. So from there, very high speed internet. So typically, any installation goes really fast. Okay, that's installed. What else? sklearn. So sudo pip install sklearn. I should write down all of these commands and put it in the same Jupyter file or maybe a separate notes so that you can execute it easily. What else? So FLASK done, cost done, sklearn done, Apache 2 done. Okay, this one, Apache 2. Sudo apt-get install. Be sure it's not py, it's py3 because Python 3. If you install py, you will get a Python 2 version and it causes a lot of conflicts. So I will also correct it over here. It should be, where is this? It should be Python 3. Okay, that's done. Okay, we can configure this file, which is basically your Apache host file. So I'll say sudo vi and etc Apache 2 site enabled, and all right, so this is the file, and we should be changing this route. Just a minute. I think we have some notes. Yeah, here it is. I can simply copy paste this. Gonna delete this file, insert, paste it. And I need to adjust things, but that's okay. Doesn't matter where it is starting from. All okay, good. Okay, so you've done that, and then we need to create the FLASK app file for WSGI server. So I could actually copy this and directly put it over here. Where am I? Okay, pwd. So I'm going to create a directory called ml app, and then cd to ml app. Then I'll simply say vi flask app WSGI. That's good enough. Okay, so that file is being created, and the next step is to actually move these two files. We have a trained model in our local computer. Let me go to the ML projects which I have. Yeah, this one is what we have done yesterday. I mean the last part 1 video. So this is my app file. Just I'll show you how is it. I think I can also show it from this Jupyter itself. We have here. Okay. So app file. This app file is what we have done yesterday. The same one. Absolutely no change. Exactly the same. And and this is your train model, which is also in the path when we have actually fine-tuned and exported the train model. These two files needs to be moved to Amazon server. So I should be doing this from terminal using SCP. So SCP is basically secure copy, SSL copy. Okay, so let me go to, I don't need to open this. No, I did not do anything. I just want to go to this big folder. I have a small script, so I just run it. So this is the folder which I am, and in this I have this marriage age. What is that folder name? Marriage age predict. Marriage age predict. Okay. So in this I have two files, app.py, which is this file, and then I have this train model, which is .ml file. I need to move this both the files to Amazon server. So I can do that by using SSL copy, and I'll say -i. Then I have to give the I should create the downloads and then AWS key. So I need to give the key. Key is important. Okay, and then local file app.py to Ubuntu server. So for that I need to first of all give the username Ubuntu, and then ampersand IP number of that instance, which is this, and that's good enough. So that should, okay, nothing happened. Recursive. Okay, did it actually reach there? So I can look at here. I need to put it in a proper folder. So in here I have to again give the path. The path is what was the path? Home Ubuntu, and then you have ml app. So let me write it down over here. Home Ubuntu ml app. Okay, so that file seems to be copied. Then I'll go back and copy my another file, which is this marriage. Just press a tab so it autofills. So I have copied both of my files from my local computer to here. See, I got both the files, app.py and marriage predict model.ml. Fantastic. Let me just check this app.py. Yeah, so all good. Perfect. If you're using Windows, we have a nice software called WinSCP. WinSCP, just write it down over here. If you're using Windows, you could actually use WinSCP for moving the files. So it also provides a GUI interface, so it's easy. You can actually drag and drop to the server. So I'll leave it to you to explore. If you're not aware of it, you can explore it. Now I have done all of these things. I just have to restart the server, which I can simply say apache ctl restart, apache ctl restart. That's it. So I should be able to access the, oh, I have an internal error. This is the same one, right? Okay. internal error. So if you get these kind of errors, you could actually, let me minimize this. Okay, also minimize this. So we can go ahead and check this file, which is var log, okay, and then apache 2 and error.log. So this is the file with all logs. So let me see what went wrong. A lot of went wrong, it seems, and compiled, etc. And this is warning, this is warning, this is warning. The first error occurred over here, and that is failed to pass this file. So there is some problem in passing, mostly some typing mistakes and maybe a special characters and stuff like that. Do you have any line number? Yeah, line number 3. It has a problem in the line number 3. Let's go ahead and check it out. Okay, so vi FLASK. Okay. Oh, see, there's a lot of special characters being injected. I know how it came. So it's supposed to be a simple single quotes in this. Let me just remove all of this. Oh, okay. I'm a lab. Okay, that's good. Great. So let me restart the server one more time. And if we get any more errors, we will see that in the log again. Yeah, API is working. So that command, that message is coming from here where I say API is working. See, and if I say predict, I should be able to reach this. Okay, and if I say predict, then I should also give the entire URL, right? Let me see if I have an URL being typed somewhere. No. Okay, so I need to type this big URL. So let me type it over here. What was my IP? This is my IP. Okay, so I'm going to just type it over here, then let's put it back there. So this is the IP. I'll say HTTP and then predict, and then we have to say gender is equal to, let's say, male or female. So let's say male, and caste is equal to, I don't know the caste mapping there, so I'm going to give a rough caste, and because they're all coded into numbers, religion is equal to 2, and then what are the other things we have in that? Let me just look at it. Gender, religion, caste, mother tongue, country, and height, centimeters. So mother tongue, 5 Hindi maybe, and country, okay, some 4 is India, and then last one, height, centimeters. Let's say 176, 175, 176, which is my height. So this is your entire URL being built, and if I put it here, then it is supposed to actually send all of these values to our API.py over here. So all of these values will be replaced with those values, and then we already imported this model. So this model is imported. We run a predict command. The predicted age will be coming over here, and we pass that age in this manner. Okay, great. So let's do that. If everything is fine, I would be getting a result, but apparently everything is not fine. We have an internal server error. So let's go back and check our log file again. Where is our log file? This is over here. What happened? So it says file not found. The marriage date predict model is not found. Now that's weird because we have that file right. Let me open up this py dot. Okay, it's in the same folder, but let me just give the absolute path just in case, because maybe some Okay, home, Ubuntu, Ubuntu, and then this ML app. Okay, restart the server one more time, and let's go back and refresh. Okay, great. So we got some prediction. So whoever is going to get married in 31.25 years age. That's fantastic. So we have created a REST API from Amazon Cloud, and this API anyone can access. You can actually run this API, or you can have any applications, mobile application, web application, or any application sending a request to this number, this URL with the right parameters. You'll get back the predicted age. Okay, that's wonderful. So let me just run our local this file, HTML file, and if I look at the HTML file, you will see that I need to change some things over there. Of course, let me open it in Text Wrangler. It's just few fields, and say 150 is good enough. So few fields being taken over there, and at the end you have this. Remember, we have this local server being mentioned over there. So what I'm going to do here, I'm going to keep everything same, but this local number will be replaced by Amazon Web Service number, which is a public IP. This one, or the same one as this one. I can just go here with a small copy. All right, and save it and close it. You can double click this one, it runs right away. So let me just predict someone in 1985 born. He is 160, like 175 centimeters height, and he's a male, and religion is Hindu, and caste is, let's say, Chaudhry or Brahmin. Let's put it Brahmin. And mother tongue is, let's say, Hindi, for example, and the country is India, and predict. And he is gonna get married, and he would have already got married in 2016 if that's a prediction. All right, so let's say he's born in 1990, he will be married in 2021. Okay, what I have done is I've simply taken the age prediction. I can show the age prediction, but it's better to show the year of marriage. It's more exciting which year I get married. So I've taken that age prediction, and also I've taken the current age, which I'm mentioning over there. I simply added the current age with the predicted age. That gives you the year which you will get actually married. So that's not a big change, but it does look very nice over here. Your predicted year of marriage is 2021. So that's very exciting. Okay, fantastic. So we have done this, and it's amazing. So we could actually share this URL to your friends, but this is a very ugly URL, and in fact, I have run this HTML file from local. If you want to make it available in the Amazon, I can spin another instance. Let's say I'm going to spin another quick instance just like that. I'll take a free tier, review and launch, security settings. I'm going to make it available to HTTP. I'll put all traffic, then I can just change. I have to add two rules. One is SSH for me to access, and HTTP with 80 port for the browsers across the world. Anyone can access through the web browser. HTTP request. I'll say launch, and Amazon AWS 3 key, acknowledge, launch the instance. I'm launching another instance, and this instance is to actually run a web application, a website. So that the first instance is for API, but this is how it is. It takes anyway 10 seconds. So let me take a sketchbook. Okay. In the part one, we have did the data cleaning, model the algorithm, evaluated, and exported the model. also tried with the local HTML. So no, sorry, we actually had a local FLASK server, local FLASK, and we created a REST API, which is application program interface, and then we run a local HTML page and reviewed it. In this video, in part 2, we have mostly focused on EC2. We spinned off the server, we configured Apache and all the dependency libraries, and we also activated this WSGS server mod within Apache. Moved the train file, which is predict marriage predict.ml file, along with the FLASK file, which is ape.py, and then we have run this server, and we got a public IP, which is a public REST API. So anyone can access this REST API. So to this API, if you send a request, you get with the proper variables like proper data, the predictors, you'll get back the predicted age. Okay. This I'm going to host another website. So I'm going to spin off another EC2 server and host a website to it. And this website is going to talk to this API and get the prediction and show it to the world. So that's what I'm doing right now. In the meantime, we should have been ready. Yes, this is ready. So this is your public API. So I'm going to create another terminal because this is a new. Okay. So I need to connect to this one, SSH -I, and this is EC2 server. So this is not an Ubuntu, it's a CentOS version. So EC2 server, Amazon EC2 server. So I'm going to say downloads, AWS key, yes, and EC2 user, that's a default username for Amazon systems, Amazon computers, and I paste it, and is everything okay? Okay, something went wrong. Needed security for order 24 available. Okay, so I'm already logged in. You can see that it has been changed, but there are some warnings being thrown. That's okay. The first thing I do is sudo update yum update. So we have apt-get for that version of Linux, and in CentOS Amazon API we have yum installer. I'm just updating all of the existing packages. I don't need anything else in this. I only need Apache server. That's it. If I install Apache server, I can copy the file, the HTML file to the Apache server, and we are done. So I can access, I can request that API and get the site running. It's installed, just waiting for the control. Okay, somehow take a bit time. Great. So go ahead, say yum install and Apache. Apache is actually called HTTPD server. Install, yes. Great. And I'm going to say service HTTPD start. Failed to start. So maybe I just sudo service HTTPD start. Okay, great. So I have started the server. In this new Amazon site, you can just put it in your website. So you'll see a default page. That's your default page. Okay. Now I'm going to simply navigate to the where folder and then www. Then you have HTML. There's nothing in there. If I put an index.html, that page will be picked up. So I'm going to copy this. I'm going to create another version of our, okay, and I need to copy this CD because all of my files are hidden in a remote folder. Okay. What was the folder? Okay, I did the CD of something. Okay. Oh, it didn't happen. Okay. And then I say CD marriage age. Marriage. Okay, what was the folder name? It's marriage underscore age underscore predicted underscore predict. Okay. And I would like to copy this index.html to my newly created Apache server. So how do you do that? Again, SCP is a command, and I say -i from user pemkey Ashok Veda AWS or downloads AWS. That's a bit of work. That's how it works. So -r and then which file I need to copy? Index. So I'll say index.html to ec2 user at the particular IP. So just go there and copy this IP. This is the IP number. Okay, and I don't need HTTP, just IP number. Okay, and then put a colon, and then it's in where www html. Here you go. It seems copying. Permission denied. There's no such file or directory. Permission denied. Oh, it's a public file, so permission denied. So rather, I would be copying in, let's say, home folder. I can copy in home folder. Let me go to the server. Yeah, I can copy in home folder EC2. Then I can, from the server, I can change it. I'll repeat that sentence here because that I don't have an access. I need a root access to copy into this. I can do it internally from the server. So I'm gonna say home and EC2 user as good enough. This should have access because that's EC2 user. You should have access to the folder. Warning, no file or directory. That's a warning, which means it should have been copied. Let me check here in my server. So you can just see this is actually server. So I'll keep switching here and there. So cd ec2. Hey, we got that index.html. Great. So from here, I can simply copy this to index.html. Internally, I can copy if I don't have a permission. Oh, what happened? Okay, then I can simply say sudo copy. So give me root access cp index.html and then copy it to where www html. Done. Great. So if I go to my this one, I refresh it, I should be forbidden. You don't have a access to this resource. What happened? Okay, let me just check. Okay, so ls index. It has read and write access. I need to grant execute access. So I'm going to say 644 access to it. So by using chmod 644 permission denied. So I'll assume super user sudo done. Let me refresh. Okay, so we got our app running on EC2 server, not a EC2 server as a separate website. So here, let me just put out the same numbers: 1995, someone with the age, height of 175, a male from Hindu. I'll take this time. I'll take Muslim. So let's see whether these guys get married. I don't know Muslim caste. So back. We'll take Hindu, and then I'll say some language. It's Telugu. Let me take Telugu is one of the South Indian languages in India. Country. So, oh my God, this guy is gonna get married in 2027. Of course, he was born in 1995, so that's understandable. Fantastic, excellent. So, if this URL is shared to your friends, you can basically work. But marketing an URL, it's not really nice. I mean, it would be nice if you have a domain name. All right. So let me also complete that. That's the 7 steps. So let me also complete that. We can actually buy a domain name for many domain name providers. So I'm going to use GoDaddy. That's one of the good services. I'm going to log in there. Okay, a lot of discounts offers. Sign in. Let me use my private email ID. Ashok Veda. It's a brand new account. I don't have anything but no domains at all. Let me search for a domain. What kind of domain makes sense? Predict your marriage age, something like that. Predictmarriageage.com. Does it sound nice? It is available. So can I have a better names? Predict marriage age. AI predict marriage age. I don't know. So let me try something else. What do you think? Your marriage age? Oh, that looks very personalized. AI predict. So I'm just going to take some rough things. Predict marriage age.com. All right. That's not very nice, but given that I'm not going to spend a lot of time finding for this one, I'm going to simply say add to cart and continue to cart. You have one thing in cart. Continue to cart. All right. So I'm paying the $500 for this thing. Great. So I have bought the domain, which is predict marriage age. I should be able to see the domain here. Okay, it takes a few minutes time. Yeah, we got that domain. Manage DNS. I did verify the email. You want me to do one more time? Yeah, so now I got the details. I shall point my A record to my the IP address which I've just taken. Close all of these things. So go to my domain name, target. I'll just put the IP number over here. That's it. We are done. And if I just close all of my things. So now let me type in www.predictmarriage. Yep, that's it. So we have a site being launched called predictmarriageage.com, and I'll just write down a quick thing to check whether the request to the API is working correct. Caste, Agawal, mother tongue, Hindi, and country, India. Okay, so 2019, I think this person would have got married last year as per my AI prediction. All right, Thank you very much. And that concludes this the tutorial. So we had a nice site, which I'm going to keep it live for you to check out. And if you like this video, if you want me to record more videos, we have new ideas, feel free to share in the comments. I'm more than happy to work with you to create some proof of concepts, certain things like this. And we have also lot of ideas. Please let us know your interest. And if you have any questions regarding this video or any errors you get, also please drop a message in the comments. I'll be more than happy to support you. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you like this channel, please subscribe. Also click the notification button. Thank you very much for watching this video. I'll see you in the next one.